Good evening once again from Tiger Field. I'm Jeff Sisk filling in for the voice of the Hoppers, Todd Hamilton, tonight. Matter of fact, probably filling in for the next several ball games. Todd is dealing with some health issues at this time, and he's getting those taken care of, and hopefully he'll be back on the perch here at Tiger Field in record time as we hope Todd can work through these issues and get things where he can get back with us and bring you Hopper baseball for the rest of the season. Tonight, the Hoppers taking on the Franklin Duelers. It's a big night here at the ball yard because we're giving out the player cards tonight for the Hoptown Hoppers. It's always a fan favorite when they hand out the cards, and they are doing that again tonight. So I'm sure they still have plenty of cards. So if you want to come on by and come watch some OVL baseball, you can pick up your cards here tonight. Well, the Hoppers were in action last night, and they defeated the Paducah Chiefs 8-4. The Hoppers scored on a walk by Joshua Rodriguez, a walk by Ronald Brown, a walk by Drew Donaldson, and a walk by Jacob Dupes in the second inning. Now, David Ernst pitched Hoptown to victory. Ernst went 5 innings, allowing 1 run on 3 hits and striking out 3. Chase Harlan threw 4 innings in relief out of the bullpen. The Hoppers had 10 hits last night. Dupes and Anthony Zarlingo each had multiple hits for Hoptown. Dupes led the Hoppers with 3 hits in 5 at-bats last night for the Hoptown Hoppers. So let's hope that their hitting streak can continue here tonight against the Franklin Duelers. Now, there was one game played last night as Full Count defeated Owensboro by a final score of 9-4. A couple of games were rained out in the northern part of the league. Louisville at Henderson was postponed because of rain, and Du Bois County at Muhlenberg County was postponed because of rain as well. One rain out already tonight. Henderson at Louisville, a doubleheader there. They have a lot of rain in the Louisville area recently, and that doubleheader was rained out. Muhlenberg County is scheduled to be at Du Bois County, Owensboro at Madisonville, and Paducah at Fulton tonight in the OVL. We'll take another time out. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's contest between Hoptown and Franklin. You're listening to Hoppers Radio on News Radio WHOP. Let's tell you about our game time weather. It's brought to you by Solly Office Supplies, located at 805 South Main Street in downtown Hopkinsville. For all your office supplies, office furniture, and more, call Solly Office Supplies. Well, an overcast sky or variably cloudy here tonight at the ball yard, and a very warm night as we have a current temperature reading of 91 degrees at 6:24. So, but still plenty of time for you to come out to the ballpark here tonight. This broadcast is also brought to you by the Barbecue Shack, offering catering and custom cooking. Visit them Wednesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Thursdays from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. They're located at 4687 Pembroke Road here in Hopkinsville. Gary Vaught, the Hoppers head coach, is meeting with Kyle Schecknader, the head coach of the Franklin Duelers. We'll take another quick timeout. We'll come back. We've got the starting lineups coming up in our opening pitch. You're listening to Hoppers Radio.
News Radio, WHOP, and WHOPAM.com.
If you're ready, let's take a look at the starting lineups. They're brought to you by Riken Elastomers. Join the Riken Elastomers team today with process operators starting pay at $17.50 an hour and an excellent benefit package. Call 270-475-2150, extension 214 to learn more. Leading off for the Fulton Railroaders will be the right fielder, Jonathan Evans. Batting second is the DH, Jackson Norris. The center fielder, Sam Slaughter, will bat third. Batting cleanup is the third baseman, Jay Curtis. The first baseman, Mark Castle, will bat fifth. Rashad Grace, the catcher, will bat sixth. Matthew Jenkinson is the shortstop. He'll bat seventh. Rashad Robinson is the second baseman. He'll bat eighth. And Kelvin Reese, the left fielder, will bat ninth. The pitcher tonight is Joel Martinez, 5.40 ERA, has a record of 3-1, 25 innings, 22 hits, 15 runs, 15 earned runs, 10 walks, and 22 strikeouts. We'll give you the Hoptown lineup here after we listen to our national anthem, and you're in for a treat here tonight as we are going to have our national anthem performed via saxophone. And this is going to be performed by Sonny Killebrew, founding member of the SOS Band. Here is our national anthem. Native Sonny Killebrew with our national anthem here tonight. Of course, a rendition of the national anthem via saxophone tonight. So appreciate Mr. Killebrew lending his services and his talent for tonight's national anthem. If you're ready, let's take a look at the Hoptown Hoppers. Gary Vaught is the head coach. In right field is Ren Tokiaka. His shortstop in batting second is going to be Joshua Rodriguez. Luis Viguera is in left field. He'll bat third. Fred Fernandez is the DH, and he'll bat fourth. Drew Donaldson is the second baseman, and he'll bat fifth. Jacob Dutz, the third baseman, will bat sixth. E.J. Alanis, the first baseman, will bat seventh. William Spear, the catcher, will bat eighth. And Anthony Zarlingo, the center fielder, will bat ninth. Marcus Goodpasture is the starting pitcher tonight. He has an excellent ERA of 1.11. He has a record of 2-0. He's pitched 32 innings, 32.1 innings, given up 23 hits, 10 runs, 8 walks, 29 strikeouts. of those 10 runs, 4 of those runs were earned, and that's why he has that excellent ERA. Marcus Goodpasture, the pitcher tonight for the Hoptown Hoppers. Again, his defense looks like this. Vergara in left, Zarlingo in center, Tokiaka in right. Rodriguez is the shortstop. Donaldson is the second baseman. Dupes at third. Goodpasture the pitcher. Alanis is the first baseman, and Spear behind the plate. Our opening pitch is brought to you by Gary Keaton, Christian County Farm Bureau. Visit Gary and his staff today at 204 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville. So I'd like to welcome those that are watching via Hopper TV tonight on YouTube. Glad to be able to provide the audio for them. Again, I'm Jeff Sisk, filling in for the voice of the Hoppers, Todd Hamilton, who is going to be away for a couple of ball games or so, dealing with some health issues. And hopefully, as we speak, they are getting some of those things taken care of for Todd. And I'm sure he would appreciate any thoughts and kind prayers and thoughts that you could give the voice of the Hoppers, Todd Hamilton. Here we go as we're about ready to get this contest underway, and coming to the plate will be the leadoff batter for the Franklin Duelers, the right fielder, number 26, Jonathan Evans. Evans is from Starkville, Mississippi, plays at Southern University. As Goodpasture is set. And the first pitch is a strike at 6:33. And Goodpasture gets ahead early, 0-1 the count. This pitch is low for a ball, so that's going to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to be inside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Now the sun's starting to peek out once again. We have a period of sun, and then we have some clouds. Evans batting .258 on the season. And here's a little excuse me swing. Goodpasture has it. Underhand throw over to first. In time for the out as he goes to Donaldson. And that play goes 1, 2, 3 for out number 1 here in the top of the first inning of play. Coming to bat now will be number 20, Jackson Norris. He is the DH. And Norris on the season, we'll look at his numbers. .382 at 55 at bats, 12 runs, 21 hits, 4 doubles, and a home run, and 17 RBI. And here's a swing and a miss for strike 1 for Norris. On deck is going to be Sam Slaughter, the center fielder. Goodpasture looking in. Here comes the pitch, and this one's going to be hit over, and it's going to get between the first baseman and the second baseman. It goes into right field for a base hit for Jackson Norris, and you can tell right there by swing why he's leading the team in hitting at .382 on the season. Now coming to the plate is going to be number 23, Sam Slaughter. He is the center fielder, and he's batting .314 on the season, played in 27 games. 86 at bats, 16 runs, 27 hits, 8 doubles, 1 triple, and let's see here, he has 2 home runs. First pitch from Goodpasture is a little high for ball 1. 1-0 the count with Jay Curtis on deck. Slaughter steps out of the box. Plays at Belmont University. He's from Smyrna, Tennessee, a suburb of the Nashville area. Here's one foul back and out of play. Watch out around the third base side. Sounds like it hit the batting facility to our left. So the count's going to be a ball and a strike. Looking. Now here comes the pitch from Goodpasture. This one's going to be hit, and it gets past the second baseman for a base hit. Back-to-back base hits, and the batter is going to be Jay Curtis, the third baseman.
For the Duelers, third baseman, 38, Jay Curtis.
Trying to find Curtis's numbers here. 241 hitter, played in 16 games, 58 at bats, 8 runs, 14 hits, 3 doubles, no home runs, and 10 RBI. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be popped up. Right fielder Tokiaka is there, makes the catch. They tag up, but nobody's going to run because he's got a strong arm. He threw that from right field all the way to the third baseman on a rope. The third baseman didn't have to move at all. What a throw from right field. Earlier in the year, I saw him throw somebody out from right field to third base. They were trying to take third. That's before everybody found out how good an arm he has. And he threw someone out at third earlier this year. But Franklin didn't bite, and they didn't try to run. They'd have been out if they'd have tried because he had a great throw back into the infield. Batter's going to be now Mark Castle, the first baseman. Pitch is a little high for ball 1. There are 2 outs in the inning. Norris and Slaughter on base. Norris at second, Slaughter at first. Goodpasture looks back at second. Now will throw to the plate. And it's ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Goodpasture. This one's going to be popped up and out of play. That's going to make it a 2-1 count. Two balls and a strike, 2 outs. Rashard Grace is on deck, but we don't want to see him. We want an out here. Looks over at first. He comes to the plate, swing and a miss. Count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good hard throw that time by Goodpasture. About half the field is in shade at this time. Pitcher's still in the sun along with the catcher. Shortstop and second baseman a little bit in the shade. Second baseman more than the shortstop. Here's a pitch. It's outside for ball 3. That gives it a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the batter, Mark Castle. Crowd continuing to file in on this Friday evening. All carrying their baseball cards that they received at the gate. Always a fan favorite to get the baseball cards. Here's one popped up, and it's going to go out of play. So the count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. General manager of the Hoppers will join us in a little bit. If he doesn't forget, he was going to come up and visit. Another big night coming up on Sunday night here at the Ball Yard, the Rotary Club of Hopkinsville night. Everybody gets in free that night as well. Full Count Rhythm will be in town that night. Here's the pitch, and it's ball 4. So the first base on balls on the night given by Goodpasture. And the number 6 hitter in the lineup, the catcher, Rashard Grace, will be the batter. Grace on the season, a .359 hitter. He's played in 15 games, 39 at bats, 6 runs, 14 hits, 1 double, and 5 RBIs, no home runs. Here's the pitch. It's fouled back. Grace is from Madison, Mississippi, plays at Southern University. Count is 0-1. Now it's 0-2 as he swung through that one. Matthew Jenkinson is on deck, the shortstop for Franklin. Here's the pitch from Goodpasture. It's outside, so that's going to make it a ball and 2 strikes. Actually, it's cleared off, so hopefully we won't have to deal with any Mother Nature this evening. Did say, one of the apps did say rain possibly around 10 o'clock. There's a strikeout. So in the inning, that's the first strikeout for Goodpasture. So in the inning, the Duelers with 2 hits, they leave 2 on base, and they do not score. As we check the Holiday Inn of Hopkinsville scoreboard, the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, the Franklin Duelers do not score in their half of the first. Hoppers coming up. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on News Radio HOP. The Franklin Duelers were able to get a couple of runners on base in their half of the first inning, but Goodpasture was able to keep them at their spot of first and second and did not give up any runs. So we go to the bottom of the first now. Hoptown Hoppers will lead off with Ren Tokiaka, the right fielder. He is from Japan, plays his college ball here in the States at the University of Southern Indiana. We'll look at his numbers here. We get an opportunity. .357 batter on the season. And the first pitch is a strike looking for Tokiaka. Played in 27 games, 98 at bats, 29 runs, 35 hits, 4 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 home runs, and 22 RBI. 1-1 the count. We were looking at his stats. He took a ball. Now he fouls one back for strike 2. So the count is a ball and 2 strikes. Steps back in. We'll set the defense for Franklin after Tokiaka does something here. That's going to be a ball. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ren steps back in. Joshua Rodriguez, the shortstop, is on deck for the Hoppers. Here's the pitch for Martinez. This one is going to be sliced foul down the third base side. So the count will remain even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Martinez set to go. His throw, and here's one hit to the second baseman. He scoops it up over to first in time. But Tokiaka with his speed made it interesting. But it goes from Robinson to Castle for the out. And the batter is going to be Joshua Rodriguez, the shortstop for the Hoptown Hoppers. He's from Spring, Texas, plays at Ranger College. As he steps to the plate. .331 hitter on the season, looks at strike one. Here's a pitch. Ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Defense for Franklin, Reese, Slaughter, and Evans across the outfield. Curtis, Jenkinson, Robinson, and Castle the infield. This pitch is going to be short to the plate, so it's going to be a ball, 2 balls and a strike. And Martinez pitching, and Grace the catcher tonight for Franklin. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out for the Hoppers here in the bottom of the first. And this one's hit up the middle, and it's going to be scooped up by the shortstop. He'll throw over to first in time for the out as that one goes 6-3. And the batter is going to be Luis Vigara, the left fielder for the Hoptown Hoppers. He's from Columbia, plays at the University of Indianapolis. He bats right. .300 hitter on the season, played in 25 games. Here's one hit into center field. The center fielder comes on and makes the play. So the Hoppers go 1-2-3 in their half of the first inning. So no hits and nobody left on base. We played 1 as we check the Hopkinsville Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. There is no score. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to Hoppers Baseball. We are back to action. The batter is Matthew Jenkinson here in the top of the second inning, and the first pitch to him is a strike. Second one is in there for a strike as well, so the count goes 0-2 to Matthew Jenkinson, the shortstop. Shout out to the guys working in the field tonight. Scott Matlock is behind home plate. Jeremy Arrowback and Rick Erickson are on the bases. Here's one hit into right. It's going to fall right in front of Tokiaki. He'll throw to first, but not in time, as it's going to be a base hit for Jenkinson. But again, Tokiaka made that very interesting, throwing that in from short right field. Rashad Robinson, the second baseman, will be the batter now for Fulton. Bats right.
batting second base number 7, Rashad Robinson.
He wears number 7. He's from Mobile, Alabama, and plays at Memphis University. Give you some numbers on him here real quick. As the first pitch is going to be hit to the shortstop. He'll throw to first there for the out, over to second in time as it goes a double play, as it goes 6-4-3.
6 plus 4 plus 3 does equal 2.
As it goes from Rodriguez to Donaldson over to Alanis
Kelvin Reese
for the 6-4-3 double play. And the batter is going to be Kelvin Reese, the left fielder. And the pitch to him is a strike. I think I got that backwards. I said they threw to first. That's not correct. They threw to second first and then the first. Strike 2. 0-2 is the count. Good Pasture looking in. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout reported by Good Pasture tonight, and a good inning for him after giving up the base hit to Jenkinson. They got the 6-4-3 double play and then the strikeout of Reese. So in that top of the second inning of play, 1 hit and nobody left on base. As we go to the bottom of the second, we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Hoptown 0, Franklin 0. Back after this timeout, you're listening to Hoppers Radio. The Hoptown Hoppers coming to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. It will be the cleanup batter, the number 4 man in the lineup, Fred Fernandez, the DH for the Hoppers. And the pitch from Martinez is a strike. Fernandez from Valenzuela, and he plays his college ball at Alney Central College. As the count is 0-1. Here's one hit to the shortstop. He'll pick it up. He throws to first in time as that goes from Jenkinson to Castle for the out. And the batter is going to be number 15, Drew Donaldson, the second baseman. He's from Galloway, Ohio, and plays at the University of Indianapolis. Donaldson, .211 hitter, 14 runs, 19 hits. He's got 4 doubles. But if we're looking at this correctly, 21 RBI. There we go. I didn't think we were looking at it correctly. 21 RBI. It's a ball, so 1 ball and no strikes. Jacob Dupes, the third baseman, is on deck. Pitch is a strike. So the count is a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch from Martinez, and he catches the corner for strike 2. So a ball and 2 strikes to the batter, Drew Donaldson. Here's the pitch, and it's outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Martinez with the pitch. This one's going to be a fair ball just inside the line down the first base side. He gets down in the corner in right field, and Donaldson is in there for another double. For Donaldson, that will be his 5th double of the season. And the batter is going to be Jacob Dukes, the third baseman. Dupes on the season, a .303 hitter. 10 runs, 20 hits. He's got 6 doubles, 2 home runs, and 12 RBI. So he's got some power. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be hit to the third baseman. That'll hold the runner at second. And they throw over to first for the out. So that went from Curtis over to Castle for the out. 5-3 on the play, and there's 2 outs here in the inning, and the batter's going to be E.J. Alanis. Martinez has thrown 18 pitches so far in this contest. Here's the pitch, and it's outside for a strike. Catches the outside part of the plate, I should say. William Spear is on deck, the catcher. If Alanis can get on somehow. Here comes a pitch. Strike 2. 0-2 is the count. Hoppers with their first hit in the ball game. Drew Donaldson a double. And this one's gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for Donaldson to do anything. So it's going to be a ball and 2 strikes. Home plate says, wait a minute, need to go dust it off a little bit. So he does. Of course, it's very dry here in western Kentucky and throughout this part of the United States. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be hit to first. First baseman scoops it up. He'll throw underhand to the pitcher for the out as it goes 3-1 for the out. So in the bottom of the second inning, the Hoppers got a double from Drew Donaldson, but they leave him stranded. So 1 hit, 1 left on base, no runs after 2 complete. As we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, it's Hoptown nothing and Franklin nothing. Back after this timeout, you're listening to Hoppers Radio.
.com.
Back at Tiger Field, Jeff Siskin for the voice of the Hoppers, Todd Hamilton tonight. Again, Todd is away taking care of some medical issues, and hopefully he'll be able to come back and join you after a couple of games. I know I'll be back with you on Sunday night, or at least that's the plan for me to be back with you on Sunday night. I know we owe you a station ID. We'll get that here for you in just a moment. Here's a pitch a little bit outside. So it's going to be a ball and no strikes to Jonathan Evans as we move to the third inning of play. Outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. Jackson Norris is on deck, the DH. He got a base hit back in the first inning of play. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Most of the time on a 3-0 count. You can get that strike call because more than likely the batter is looking. Here's one hit into right, and it is a no-doubter as Tokiaka just looks and watches it go over the fence. A home run for Jonathan Evans. And Franklin's on the board. They lead it 1-0. And for Evans on the season, we'll check his number here and see. That is going to be his 3rd home run of the year. 3rd round tripper for Jonathan Evans. Yeah, you could almost tell when that one left the bat. You could hear it. And Tokiaka just kind of turned around and watched it go over the fence in right field. Batter is going to be Jackson Norris. And here's one hit into right. It's down for a base hit. It'll go all the way to the wall. Tokiaka picks it up. He throws it back in. You cannot get more than a single on him. He has got a cannon for an arm, and he threw that right back into second base. And I think Norris was thinking about 2 because he rounded the bag and he had to put the brakes on quick as that ball got back into the infield quickly. So a base hit for Jackson Norris, and the batter is going to be Sam Slaughter. Had a base hit back in the first inning of play. Jay Curtis is on deck for Franklin. And this one's going to be outside. So that's going to make the count 1-0. Yeah, 1-0 to Sam Slaughter. Throws over to first, but the runner, Norris, is able to get back. Slaughter steps back in. I'm going to throw again over to first, but again, the runner gets back. Kind of looks like Linus over there, the way the dust comes up around him when he slides back in. I hope everybody knows who I'm talking about when I say Linus. Here's one's fouled back. Ted, you know who I'm talking about, don't you?
I do.
Okay.
Surely they know who Linus is.
Yeah. Ted Yatchek, general manager of the Hoptown Hoppers, is going to join us for a couple of innings or so. We'll let him stay as long as he likes. We're trying to get him into shape for football season here next month. Have you seen Roy Keller? Is he in the house tonight?
I have not seen him.
You've not seen Roy Keller. May have to put out an APB on him. We haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. Here's the pitch. This one's fouled.
He probably stayed home sweating.
He could be. Or maybe he's just listening to the game on the radio. He knew me and you were going to be on. So you never know. Baseball card night tonight. A lot of people coming out to get their baseball cards.
It is. But it's a shame it had to be 98 degrees.
Yeah. Here's a pitch from Goodpasture, and it's going to go all the way to the screen as that one just slipped out of his hand. You looked at his hand, and it just slipped out of his hand, and Norris will take second. While we have an opportunity, we need to pause here for station identification. This is Hoppers Radio.
On air and
as that one is fouled back. Yeah, move that stuff out of your way. Make yourself at home there best you can. Christmas in July. Did I hear you've got some merch?
$20.
Little
anything
discounted
at the merchandise table. Yep.
Throw back, and they're going to say safe.
It's really a good deal on hats and a few of the shirts. $5 or more.
Do you still have any of the white dry fit shirts?
We do. We have some left.
Got a 3 or a 4X?
I'm not sure on the sizes.
Okay. There's a pitch. This one's going to be fouled back. That kind of came close, didn't it?
Yeah, that was really fouled back.
Yeah. Hit the batting facility back behind us. That was the 39th pitch for Goodpasture. Counts 2-2. We're in the top of the third inning, 1-0 on a home run by Jonathan Evans. He'll throw. Nope, fake the throw back to second. Were you up here on the home run, or were you in route?
No, I was on the way up.
On the way up,
but
so you didn't get to see it, but you could tell when it left the bat. Here's the pitch. This is going to be outside. Full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes with Jay Curtis on deck. Where do the Hoppers go tomorrow night?
We go to Fulton, to
Franklin.
South Warren.
Yeah, South Warren.
Sorry, I meant to say Franklin.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Those F's get you mixed up.
Yeah, I do it every morning on the sports. And this one's going to be out of play, I believe. Yep, right behind the Hoppers dugout. Yeah, you've got Fulton, Franklin, and full count.
And then you have to remember that Franklin plays at South Warren, so that makes it even more confusing.
Yes.
Because if you say Franklin, that'll mess some people up.
That's true. Playing at South Warren this year. Hopper's second in attendance, I noticed today, doing a little research, right behind Du Bois County, but not everybody has a league stadium.
Yeah, and they have a lot of corporate groups that come out from several of the factories, Kimball, Oregon, and several of the others that are in the area, and they bring 1,000. It's kind of like their company picnics.
Oh, I see.
So
Sam Slaughter drew a base on balls. That is the second walk given up by Goodpasture here tonight. And the batter is going to be Jay Curtis, the third baseman. And then back home on Sunday night.
Rotary night, free admission for everybody on Sunday.
Pitch is a strike.
We're encouraging everyone to wear red, making it a red alert, whatever you want to call it.
Weather's going to be nicer, too, if the forecast holds.
If just the humidity breaks, that's what makes it so much sweatier.
Pitch dove down quickly to get across the plate for a strike. It looked a little high from here, but it's called a strike. Again, shout out to the men in blue tonight working in this heat, especially home plate. It didn't take long for his shirt to show the moisture. And again, behind the plate tonight, we got Scott Matlock. So thank you to Scott for doing this.
Yeah, with this heat and humidity affects everyone. They were very specific, asking make sure we had water.
Yeah.
Second, fourth, and sixth inning.
Okay. 1-2 the count to Jay Curtis. Curveball did not curve enough, so it's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anything special other than Rotary night on Sunday?
No, just Rotary night, free admission, and wear red. Just going to have a nice Sunday night at the ballpark. I guess it's always a good night when you don't have to pay admission.
No, that's right. Of course, on Monday night it's going to be First Christian Church, and that's going to be food truck night. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be nice.
You have a chance. There will be 6 different food vendors here.
This one's foul back and out of play.
We're going to have G's Barbecue, Vansois Tacos and Vegan Eats, Miss Molly's Eats and Sweets, Auntie Anne's Pretzels, Burgasm, and DJ's Lemonade.
Ooh.
I'm getting to memorize those 6 pretty good.
Yeah, some lemonade would be good.
They're all scheduled to be here.
Right.
Of course, something could prevent one of them from coming, but the concession stand will be open just for beverages. So if you
have some popcorn, maybe?
Popcorn, yeah. If you want to get something really simple, you'll be able to go to the concession stand. But for eats, you'll have to hit one of the trucks.
Ooh. Heard a lot of good things about all those.
Yeah, I have not experienced all of them, so we're looking forward to it. We had, I guess, 4 last year.
Correct.
So
big hit last year.
Yeah, over at Christian County. So kind of changed up a couple of them and kind of made sure that we added at least one. So one of the problems is some of the food trucks don't lend themselves to a quick service. So we've encouraged them to try and have at least some things pre-prepped. Not so you get a lesser quality, just so that we get some quicker service.
Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner at first is Norris. And here is one foul down the first base side. Of course, the Paducah Chiefs will be in town on Monday night. Oh, and you're going to honor your host families, I see.
Yeah, we will. So before the game, we'll introduce the host families with their player.
Okay.
With their summer son.
Can't do it without them, right?
Oh, no. We talk about it a lot. The experience for a lot of these guys, some of them for really the first time. I mean, they're used to playing travel ball and being on the road, but they're not used to going into someone's home and staying with them.
There's a strikeout for Good Pasture, and that's going to be the 3rd strikeout of the night.
First baseman number 22, Mark.
And the batter's going to be Mark Castle, the first baseman.
Good spot. Now we need a ground ball.
Yep. Need another double play. Turned one back in the 2nd inning, a 6-4-3 double play, the classic double play. It's really turned out to be a nice night. We were a little concerned about a little water. Here's going to be, though, a base hit into center field. And they're just going to move up 1. Now they're going to come home to the plate, and he is out. Oh, he said he was safe. Ooh. They say that Norris is safe, and Coach Gary Vault's going to come out and ask about it here. So as of right now, it's a base hit and an RBI. And it's now 2-0 in favor of Franklin.
Catcher number 41, Richard Grace.
And Norris was able to score from second base on that hit right up the middle. I was watching first, so I didn't have my eye on him, and saw him coming around third and
I'm not
kept going.
I'm not going to comment.
Do we have replay over there by any chance? Yeah, there you go. And here's one hit into center field, right to the center fielder who makes the catch. That is Zarlingo with the catch. And that is going to be out number 2. So Matthew Jenkinson will be the batter. A base hit back in the 2nd. After Monday, then the Hoppers have next weekend, Friday and Saturday, where they're here at the Bark. And this is going to be a base hit. And they're going to send the runner. He's going to come to the plate, and he is, safe. Collision with the catcher. Ball gets away. And scoring is going to be Slaughter. And a base hit and an RBI for Jenkinson. So that now makes it 3-0. A home run to lead off by Jonathan Evans. Nope, check it. Yeah, lead off. Jonathan Evans with a home run. Then a base hit by Norris. A walk by Slaughter. Strikeout by Curtis. Base hit by Castle and an RBI. Fly out for Grace, and then a base hit for Jenkinson and an RBI. Rashad Robinson is the batter. And Coach Gary Vault coming out to talk to his pitcher. Good Pasture. Good Pasture has thrown 56 pitches through 2 2/3 innings. don't keep up with it a lot, but that seems like a lot of pitches through a little over 2 innings.
Yeah.
But normally guys can throw upwards of 100 in a game. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be hit into right. Tokiaka is there. He's underneath it, makes the play for the out. Fly out to right. So in the inning, a home run by Evans. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 base hits. They scored 3 runs and left 2 on base. So as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, after 2.5, it's Franklin 3 and Hoptown nothing. Back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoppers Radio.
Catcher number 12.
We move to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Franklin with 3 on the board in the top of the 3rd inning, lead it 3-0. I'm Jeff Sisk, again sitting in for the voice of the Hoppers, Todd Hamilton, who's taking care of some medical issues. Hopefully he'll be back in a couple of games or so. We'll have to wait and see. Ted Yachek, general manager, joining as well. Earlier this week, you had the shirts off their backs, and that was a really successful event.
We did. It's always exciting when we've got a lot of fans and come out and support the auction, and really great cause. This is the 2nd year now that we've given the donation to Back to Back, and because of the generosity of fans and players' families and host families and everyone else, we were able to raise the total will be over $5,000. We're still waiting on a couple final numbers.
Spear hits one out into center field, and it looked like the second baseman went all the way out there to get it. You had the right fielder, the center fielder, and the second baseman out there, and the second baseman with the long pop out. And Anthony Zarlingo will be the batter. Zarlingo out of Olive Branch, Mississippi, right across the border from Memphis. And he plays at Southwest Tennessee Community College. Bats left. My kind of guy, I'm left-handed. Can't bat, but I'm left-handed.
I believe he's actually a switch hitter.
Is he a switch hitter? Yeah. Okay. Well, he's batting left. He's batting left this time.
I think he's our only one.
He's batting left this time. And this one's going to be popped back. And as I look up, I notice the clear sky above and can see the moon. Part of it anyway.
Yeah, compared to those clouds about 5:30.
Yeah,
that's pretty welcome to see.
Hey, it got pretty dark to our west, or excuse me, our east. But hopefully we're going to be able to get this in rain free.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have any problems now.
I'm going to come looking for you if it changes here about 8:30, 8:45. Here's the pitch. And it's 2 balls and a strike now to Zarlingo.
I feel bad hoping that it doesn't rain because I know how badly we need some of it.
Yeah.
But it could rain tomorrow.
Yeah, farmers desperately need the moisture, that's for sure. My yard needs it, but I think it's already gone, so I'm not sure any moisture would help at this point. It might. You know, last year we had plenty of rain, and the yards and everything stayed green pretty much all summer long. We didn't have the heat that we've got right now, too. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch, and this is going to be hit to the shortstop. He'll throw to first, and it gets away from the first baseman, and we'll see how they score that. I would say that's going to be an error on the shortstop, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Yeah, we're going to give a E6 there on that one.
Yep, E6.
Yeah, we're going to give an error on that one. So the batter's going to be Ren Tukiaka. And what an arm on this young man. I saw him earlier this year throw out a runner from deep right field at third base.
Yeah, he was.
You've seen more games than I have, and I'm sure he does that every game.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure to watch him in Fulton once he got adjusted to that wall and the screen.
Oh, that's right. He would have played right there.
He threw 2 guys out at first base.
At first base,
the other night.
Well, he almost did here tonight.
Yeah.
Ball and no strikes to Wren. Plays at University of Southern Indiana. And here's one hit into center field. Center fielder goes back. Right at the warning track, makes the catch for the out. That was a deeply hit ball. And some ballparks the Hoppers play in, it would have been gone. But not here.
If that would have been down one of the lines, it probably would have been gone.
Right. But it was dead straight center field. Hello, El Presidente. Mr. Bruce in the house. I'm doing fine, sir. High for a ball, so 1 ball and no strikes to Joshua Rodriguez, the shortstop. Just a little, yeah. We're practicing. Different size ball and shape. Here's one hit into right that is caught by the right fielder Evans, and the Hoppers go. Nope, they had a man get on base via the error, but there were no hits, so 1 left on, and the Hoppers do not score. As we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, it's Franklin 3 and Hoptown nothing. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoppers Radio. to Tiger Field, and we've got a pitching change here. It is going to be Caleb Meek coming on to pitch for the Hoptown Hoppers. And let's see here if we can take a look at probably doesn't have any numbers, does he?
Yeah, he pitched. This is the second time.
Second game he's pitched. He's new to the Hoppers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just came in last weekend.
All right. Let me see if I can find his info here on the pitching. Here it is. It doesn't have an ERA. 1 appearance. 2 innings pitched. Walked 1, struck out 4.
Leading off for the Duelers on top of the 4th.
So he's only pitched. So this is only going to be his 3rd inning of work.
Right.
For Caleb Meeks, right?
Meeks.
Yes. With an S. Didn't write the S down. Here we go. All right, the batter for Franklin is going to be number 9 hitter in the lineup. This is Calvin Reese, the left fielder. He struck out back in the 2nd inning of play. And he bats right, swings and misses.
A little bit of a short outing for Goodpaster.
Yeah.
He had been one of our hottest pitchers.
Yeah, I'm afraid I jinxed that when we were talking about pitching today in your office. I said, the last 2 times I've seen him, he's had pretty good outings. So if he wants to blame anyone, you can put that on me. We were talking about him today.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, though.
Yeah. 1-1 the count now to Reese. And the pitch. Ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike. We're in the top of the 4th. 3-0 Franklin. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Meeks looks in. He's set. And the pitch. And it's going to be ball 4. So his 2nd walk of the season. And we're back to the top. Jonathan Evans, hit a home run back in the 3rd inning of play. The lefty will step in. I should tell you that Meeks is from Evansville, Indiana, pitches at the University of Southern Indiana, who, by the way, just recently moved up to the Division I, playing the Ohio Valley, not the Ohio Valley. Yeah, the Ohio Valley League.
OVC.
Ohio there
Valley
we go.
Conference.
Yeah, Ohio. Yeah. I got too many Ohio Valleys here. Yeah, and I did know that. They'll throw over to first, but not in time. Are we building something down here? That's what it sounds like, doesn't it? They're hitting their bat on the picnic table down below us. That's fine. Have fun at the ballpark. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. So 0-2 is now the count. Here's the pitch from Meeks, and it's going to be inside for a ball, so 1 ball and 2 strikes. You look at some of these numbers for the Hoppers on the season. As a team, they're 2nd in at-bats, 1st in runs, 1st in hits, 4th in doubles, 4th in triples, 4th in home runs, 2nd in runs batted in, 4th in extra base hits. Here's one hit into right. It's going to be a base hit. And can they get him at 3rd? Nope, he's in there. Can they get him at 2nd? He is safe. They say that he got in there underneath the tag. So Wren through to 3rd, and then Dupes through to 2nd, and they say the runner is safe there. So it's going to be a 2-base hit for Evans.
Number 20, Jackson Norris.
I'm going to give him a base hit there because had they thrown to second, they would have might have got him. He went to second on the throw to third, so I'm going to give him a base hit there. That's wrong. We'll go back and change it. So now runners at the corners after a walk to Reese and a base hit by Evans, and Evans is now at second and the second. So it's second and third now. And here's one hit into right, and it is foul. Thank goodness, but it had a lot of distance to it. You don't see many go over that side of the fence and then over the tree line into
someone's backyard.
Into someone's backyard. That one took a ride. So the count's going to be 0-1. Here's the pitch, and a swing, and a strike. 1-1 the count. Sam Slaughter is on deck. Nobody out with runners at second and third for Franklin. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be foul. So the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. Stepping back in is going to be Norris. 2 for 2 on the night. A couple of base hits for Norris, the DH. Having a good night at the plate for Franklin. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That is the fourth Dueler struck out by Hopper pitching in the first for Meeks tonight.
I got to say, the Duelers definitely aren't afraid to swing away.
No. Sam Slaughter, the center fielder, is the batter. He's 1 for 1. He walked in the third as a base hit back in the first. Here's the pitch. The inside for a ball. We're in the 4th inning. Top of the 4th inning of play. And it's 3-0 Franklin, but they have runners at second and third and 1 out. And time called by the batter. So he'll step out. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. So 2 balls and no strikes, 1 out. Fulton with 3 runs on 8 hits.
See, now you did it. Fulton.
Oh,
Franklin.
Excuse me. Franklin. And they're not even the same colors. Here's one hit into left field. Left fielder gets underneath it, makes the play, and they'll come to third, and a run will score on the sac fly. To left. So an RBI for Slaughter, and that makes it 4-0 in favor of Franklin. And the batter's going to be Jay Curtis. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Struck out in the third. Flight out to right in the first for Jay Curtis. Lights are coming on here at the ballpark. They'll take full effect here in just a bit. Pitch is outside. 4-8-1 for Franklin. 0-1-0 for the Hoppers. Runner goes, and it's going to be a pitch that kind of skips to the catcher. So they get third. So that is going to be Evans at third. And it's a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch, and it's foul back. 2-1 is the count. That walk to lead off the fourth has hurt the Hoppers as that run has come around to score.
They'll tell you that all the time.
Or that runner has come around to score. Here's the pitch. Low gets away, and they're going to get a run on the pass ball. So another run comes across to make it 5-0 on the pass ball. And it's now 5-0 in favor of the Duelers. So the bases are now empty. The count to Curtis is 3-1. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be popped up. Tukiaki's there, makes the play for the out. So in the inning, there was a walk, there was a base hit, a strikeout, and, of course, the sac fly for the RBI. So basically one hit in that inning. They scored 2 runs, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning of play as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Franklin 5 and the Hoppers nothing. Back after this timeout, you're listening to Hoppers Radio. Have some work to do as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning of play as they trail Franklin 5-0. The batter is going to be the shortstop Joshua Rodriguez, who grounded out 6-3 back in the 1st inning of play, and that pitch to him is a strike.
Oh, it's Vergara.
Is it Vergara?
Yep.
I wonder where I missed Rodriguez. Well, I'll go back and look.
Jeff, I need to say we've got a Hopper with a birthday today.
Oh,
Oakley
you do?
Albinson, number 18.
Oh, really? Well, happy
Celebrating
birthday.
his birthday.
Yeah,
so.
well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Oakley. It was. Yeah, it was David Ernst's birthday yesterday.
Okay.
Got the start, pitched 5 innings, and got the win on his birthday.
1-1 the count to the batter, Vergara. Now it's 1-2. Pitch is outside. 2-2 the count. Rodriguez flied out to right. That's what he did. Three-two now the count If you don't have Game Changer and you'd like to follow along, it's pretty handy to have, especially during the game. It is really a benefit to the ball callers, especially when you're not sure what happened or you lose your place. This one's fouled back and out of play. So the count will remain at 3-2. Now that the sun's down, it's really becoming a nice night. It's a pitch. Ball 4.
All right, let's see if we can bring him around to score the way the Duelers did.
That is the first walk tonight for Martinez. And the Hoppers have a runner at first base. And Fred Fernandez, the DH, will come to the plate. He grounded out 4-3 back in the second inning of play. And this one's going to be popped up. Second baseman says, I got it, and he makes the play for out number 1. And the batter's going to be Drew Donaldson. Well, didn't Sonny Killebrew do a great job on the national anthem? On the saxophone, by the way. Founding member of the SOS band, yeah. Kept his number, I'm sure, this time, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. He was talking to a couple of the guys down there before the game, and I don't know the names of the songs, but they didn't know the SOS band. But when he threw out a couple of the songs, he said, that's me. And they said, okay.
Swing and a miss for Donaldson. Drew Donaldson, the second baseman, is the batter. And the count is 0-1. Ball 2. Nope, excuse me, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wishful thinking on my part.
Yeah.
Have a runner at first, 1 out for the Hoppers. Here's a pitch, and this one's going to be fouled back and out of play.
Off the pole and back on the field.
Oh, wow. Sure did, yeah. Good eye there, Ted. 1-2 the count. It kind of faked the kids out that were running that way. It never came down. 1-2 the count, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th, 5-0 in favor of the Duelers. 2-2 the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jacob Dupes is on deck, third baseman. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be foul. Up into the bullpen. 2-2 the count. Kids are running for it, but I think the gate is open, so they're not going to get beat by a Dueler is going to get that. See, I'm trying to get us to play full. Almost said Railroaders there. Here's the pitch, outside. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Donaldson will step back in. You know, he's a double machine. He's got 5 doubles. That's pretty much what he's got this year, or doubles. Foul tip. And it'll remain 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Martinez to the plate, and this one's going to be outside. It's a walk, so here we go. Another base on balls. That's 2 in the inning. So we now have runners at first and second and just 1 out.
Drew's used to that. He walked 5 times last night.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. The Paducah pitchers had 17 walks.
Yeah. Yeah, when I read the story today on the game, it was, I had to pull it back up, but walk, scored a run, walked in the first run of the game.
You were talking about pitches.
Aaron Moss's parents are here. Let's recognize you. Aaron Moss's parents are here with us tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Any of the Hoppers parents?
When they started in the second, when they took their starting pitcher out, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He was over 70 pitchers in the second inning.
Oh,
over
wow.
70 pitches.
Yeah.
In the second inning.
Second inning. Yeah.
To be here with us this summer. Thank you so much.
Pitching coach for Franklin came out, talked to his pitcher. The last time they were here, it was kind of this warm, and he had on kind of a hoodie-like shirt, and it looks like he does again tonight. I don't think it's not quite as thick as your traditional hoodie,
Hopefully
but it does
not.
have a hood with it, but it's short sleeve. Here's the pitch. It's a strike. So the count's 0-1 now. With 2 runners on, you've got Vergara at second and Drew Donaldson at first. Like to get a couple of runs here, maybe 3. If Dupes could put it out of the park, he fouls this one back. Should make it 0-2. The pitch, foul back, and might have caught the catcher. He gets up. I think he's okay, yeah. So the count's going to remain 0-2. I called dibs on the ball caught in the net here. Was that just tonight?
No, I don't think so. I think it's from the other night.
What, do you try to throw at it and try to?
They have a stick. There's a hole in the center.
Oh, okay.
And you have a stick that you hook on there and try and work it over.
Try to work it over, okay.
We got 6 off one night.
Really?
We let it build up to 6.
There you go. 1-2 the count with 1 out. And this one's going to be popped up. Is it going to be in foul territory? It is. The first baseman, did he make the catch? I can't tell.
He did.
He did, yeah. So that's going to be out number 2. The first baseman, Castle, in foul territory. We were blocked out by the dugout, which is actually not a dugout. It's a raise out, I guess you would say. And the base, the official, we couldn't see him either on the bases. So, but anyway, it's an out. And the batter is going to be E.J. Alanis, the first baseman. He grounded out 3-1. Here's the pitch. And it's over. And he hit the ball. Alanis hit it to the shortstop, who got it to the first baseman. So that goes to Robinson to Castle, and that's put out 4-3. So 2 walks in the inning, no hits, and the Hoppers leave 2 on base. We have played 4 as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It is Franklin 5, Hoppers nothing. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hopper Radio. We move to the top of the 5th inning. 5-0 in favor of Franklin, and a new pitcher on for the Hoppers. It is number 22. Nope, check it. It's Cody Hupp. Number 5 from Owensville, Indiana, Spalding University. Cody Hupp. 1-1 the count. Rashad Grace on deck. Here's one hit into center fielder. The center fielder is there. Zarlingo for out number 1 here in the top of the 5th. And the batter's going to be Rashard Grace, the catcher. He flied out to center in the 3rd and struck out in the 1st.
Number 41, Rashard Grace.
As Grace steps in the box, he bats right. Hupp, a left-handed pitcher for the Hoppers. And the count is a ball and no strikes. 3rd pitcher of the night for the Hoppers. Goodpasture started the ball game. Here's the pitch. Goodpasture went 3 innings, gave up 3 runs. Meeks pitched an inning and gave up 2 runs. And now we're Cody Hupp. 2-2 the count now. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Grace. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be hit into right. It's going to stay in play. Nope, it's going to go out beyond the fence in right field in foul territory. So the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. To Grace. And this pitch goes to the backstop, right off of the shoulder of the Hopper catcher, Spear. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the batter. And it's a walk. Ball 4. And Grace is on base, and the batter is going to be Matthew Jenkinson. A couple of hits for Jenkinson on the night, 2 for 2. Base hit in the 3rd and a base hit in the 2nd. Swing and a miss for Jenkinson for strike 1. 0-1 the count now. See some folks in the stands looking at their cards, their player cards that they got when they came into the ball game tonight. Always a favorite this time of year when they hand out the player baseball cards. Thank all the folks involved with those. 2-1 the count now. 2 balls and a strike. And they'll throw over to first, but the runner is able to get back safely. Jenkinson. Here's the pitch, high. for ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike now to Jenkinson. Here's the pitch. Inside. Strike call. Got the inside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full now to Jenkinson. He thought he had a base. Runner goes, and this one's going to be hit into right field. Right fielder is there, and the runner will get back. And that's going to be out number 2. So Rashad Robinson will now be the batter.
Second base number 7, Rashad Robinson.
Second baseman. Calvin Reese is on deck. Franklin with a runner at first. That's Grace. He reached on a base on balls. Throw over to first. And the pitch is a ball to the batter. So it's 1 ball and no strikes. Throw over. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. So now 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs. John Bruce, the president of the OVL, joining us. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are we this evening?
We are fine. Oh, pitch a little inside. Ball 2, so 2 balls and a strike. Can you need more volume, huh? You're like me. You can't hear.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Is that good right there?
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody's ears obviously are a little different. You've probably had headsets or something on at some point.
Headsets, helmets,
yeah.
Earplugs,
a little bit of everything.
And you know what? Evidently, not all of it did any good.
Some of it didn't work, did it? Yeah. Oh me. 3-1 the count. Runner at first. And this one's fouled back. Traveling man, I assume. Where were you last night?
Last night? Oh, no, I was off last night.
Were you off? You didn't go anywhere last night, huh?
With the video feeds, the radio feeds, and Game Changer, I really can.
Yeah.
So, I sat on my back deck and I watched the game. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, strike 3. So a strikeout in that inning. So no hits and 1 left on base. John's going to stick around with us and visit some more after the break, as Franklin did not score in that inning. So we go to the bottom of the 5th as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Franklin 5 and Hoptown nothing. Back after this break, you're listening to Hoppers Radio. We have a new pitcher for Franklin as number 11, Lem Samuels, is on. He's from Vieira, Florida, and plays his college ball at Kentucky Wesleyan College. Yeah. Winding down the season at, a couple of weeks left to go? Something like that?
Last regular season game scheduled for the 19th. And so what is it today? The 8th?
Yeah.
So 11 more playing days. Then we get into the playoff system. And we have a little bit different this year. We usually have that Wednesday to kind of make up days. But in the North Division, fifth place in the division will host the sixth place in the division in one game play-in.
Okay.
Then that winner will then move over on Thursday and play against the number 4 seed.
Right, gotcha.
In the Western Division,
right,
it's 5-4 on Thursday. So,
right, I got you. Yeah.
And those are both just one-game play-ins.
Yeah. Everybody gets a shot.
Everybody gets a shot. Now, it's a longer shot.
Yeah, it's a little longer. Yeah, it's got winner take all. William Spear is the batter, and the pitch to him is a ball here in the bottom of the 5th, 5-0 in favor of Franklin.
And then we'll be down to the final 8 teams, which is now 3-game series, best 2 out of 3.
Right.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those 2 winners in the division will play on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we have Thursday for our rain day, or our makeup day, if you will. And then the championship series between the North and the South divisions will be on that next Friday, which is the 29th, 30th, and 31st.
2-1 the count. That pitch is a ball, making it 3-1. You've got Henderson leading the North. They've got a 6-game lead over Du Bois County. A little tighter here in the South as Full Count leads Franklin by 2.5.
And then look on down the division.
Yeah,
you'll start to see those. There's some
more
very close things along through there.
Some things could happen. Yeah, 3-2 now the count. That was a strike. Yeah, I mean that was
low ball 4.
Oh, ball 4. Excuse me. I was a pitch behind, and then I got another pitch behind. Yeah. So now the Hoppers have a runner at first base to start the 5th inning of play here, and Anthony Zarlingo will come to the plate.
Well, yes, you're right. It's coming down fast.
Yeah.
But all these games now, most of the games now for the rest of the way are inside the divisions.
Right.
So as they move.
Yeah. Here's one hit into left, and the left fielder will make the play. That is Reese for out number 1.
But they, it's the way it ought to be.
Right.
You're looking for a division crown. Well, here's the last part of the season. The one exception is we have a rotating day off because of the 11 teams.
Right.
When that team is in the Northern Division, then you've got an odd game to cross.
Right.
But otherwise, most of the games are within your division.
Yeah.
Now.
Here's a pitch high and outside to Tokiaka for a ball.
And it's just how it turned out. Some of those teams that are, the second, third, or third, fourth, they play each other like 3 times in 11 days.
Yeah. I guess a scenario, if you were able to hypothetically add another team and give you 6 in each division, what kind of playoff system would you look at then? Would you have a couple of play-in games?
We might. That has been discussed, and we may have it much as we're doing with the North Division this year.
Right.
Continue that pattern next year.
Right.
So everybody's got a shot, but if you're in 6th place when you get there, you got 3 games to play before Friday.
Yeah. Having an odd number of teams probably makes it hard for scheduling, doesn't it?
It has some goods and bads.
Yeah.
The good part is every 11th day, since we have 11 teams, every 11th day you're guaranteed a day off.
Right, yeah.
And that's sort of true.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that pitch was low, so now he's on base again.
Now we got Tokiaka with a base on balls. So now we got runners at first and second now, and the pitching coach is coming out.
So what happens is when you're trying to schedule the games, but what I did this year, we went to playing 7 days a week. The league does.
Mm-hmm.
And because of doing that, you have multiple days a week where there are multiple teams off.
Right.
And some of those got filled in with rainouts and makeups, etc. So you weren't guaranteed your one every 11 days.
Right. Yeah. I think the Hoppers, maybe last week or the week before, they had a couple of days off during that week.
Everybody somewhere during the season
it's going to have
had a 2-day off.
Had a 2-day off during the week. Yeah.
And it really was kind of luck of the draw of whether your 2 days off were in the first week or the last week.
Yeah. In some nights, just the way the schedule looks, you might have 3 games, you might have 4 games, or you might have 5 games.
Correct.
Just the way the schedule works out.
Typically, a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is 5 games.
Yeah.
And all the off days were in those other days.
Right. That pitch is a ball to Joshua Rodriguez.
We found that people are more likely to come to the ballpark on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Why, sure. Here's one popped up, and it's going to be out of play. It's coming down somewhere over there. Oh, right near a lot of people scrambling for it. Just be careful. It's just a foul ball.
That young man, he came up with it, though.
Well, he was a little shorter to the ground.
He was
closer to the ground than the others, 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's some advantage to being the shorter one in certain situations.
That's correct.
2-1.
Hard to get things off the top shelf, but easier to pick things off the ground.
That's right. Oh, me. And here's one hit into left center field, and the center fielder with a long haul there. Boy, he covered a lot of ground to get that. That was Slaughter.
He came a long way because he was almost straight away center, and he caught that well out in left center field.
Thought when it left the bat it might have dropped in, but that was not the case. Luis Vergara, the left fielder, 0 for 1 tonight. He reached on a base on balls back in the 4th and flied out to center in the 1st.
There's some really good players in this league this year. Really good players. And they're a mix of teams. I mean, but I get to see them all, so consequently I really do get to admire some of their work.
Pitches.
You can kind of tell the athletes, and then you can tell the athletes who work hard.
Right. And really looking at the record so far, other than Henderson at 22-6, what a phenomenal year they're having. I mean, they've almost won 80% of their games, 79%.
Well, when you start off 9-0, that gives you a really good shot.
But if you look at everybody else, they're all fairly close.
The one stat to look at, low and outside ball 3.
Yes.
The one stat to really look at is the number of one-run games that Henderson has won.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you the exact number, but it's over and over.
Yeah.
They get that key hit because they're not leading the league.
Right. Oh, here's a strike on a 3-0 count, makes it 3-1.
But they have found a way. They get that guy on second or third, and they get him in. And that's the winning run.
Yeah.
And they do it over and over, and that's why the record is what it is.
Ooh. Inside for ball 4. So bases are now loaded. That is the 3rd walk of the inning. And the bases are loaded for the Hoppers for Fred Fernandez, the designated hitter. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Yeah, one outside the fence here would be very nice. That would get the Hoppers to within 1. They trail at 5-0. So far, only 1 hit, though, for the Hoppers. And here's a shot and a foul ball. Oh, if it could have stayed inside that bag. If it could go over the bag and then go foul, that's okay.
That's correct.
But it went foul before it went past the bag. So the count is 0-1 to Fernandez. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be inside for a ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs here in the 5th. Strike two, 1-2. Louisville being the new team, and you would think right off bat, being in the biggest city in the state, that everything would be good. But there's an adjustment period when you come into the league, isn't there? And a swing and a miss for strike three. We'll continue that thought after the break, as there is a strikeout. The Hoppers with no hits in that inning, and they leave 3 on base. They have left 1, 2, 3, 4. They've left 7 on base. We have played 5 complete, and the score, as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, it's Franklin 5 and Hoptown nothing. Back after this break, you're listening to Hoppers Radio. It's 5-0 in favor of Franklin, and the batter's going to be Calvin Reese for Franklin, and it's a 0-1 count, and it's kind of bobbled by the shortstop. We'll see what they do here. It's probably going to be an E. Yep, there was no hesitation on that. It's an E6. So the runner gets aboard on the error by Rodriguez.
And that's a tough error because there's an area of the field right there where the water runs across.
Oh, yeah.
And that is just hard. It has funny bounces to it.
Sure.
Always has.
And your difference from the grassy area to the dirt, too. There's always a lip there or something.
Right,
a little
spin to it.
Yeah. Batter's going to be Jonathan Evans. The home run back in the third kind of got things started for them in that third inning of play. He is 2 for 3 on the afternoon, a home run or evening, a home run and a base hit. And here's one hit into right, and it's going to be a base hit. And stopping at second base is going to be Reese, and Evans on board with a base hit. We're kind of talking about the adjustment period. You see it all the time when you add a team to the league. There's kind of an adjustment period there.
Probably the only one that didn't do that is full count. And that's because full count existed for 10 years before they joined the league at the high school and travel ball. So they were kind of ready for it. And Louisville's starting from scratch.
Yeah. I mean, you've got the travel, you've got, the getting the talent. You can see how you match up with the other teams in the league as far as what are they doing for talent.
Correct. And they have a lot of guys from the Louisville area.
Now, this year they're playing at Spalding, right?
Yes.
The field that Spalding uses. But next year they'll go to Bellarmine. Is that right? Yeah. That's downtown, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bellarmine wasn't available this year because of the number of upgrades they were doing to the facilities because they're going to D1 baseball.
Yeah.
So they had to do a bunch of things, and that made it they made it so they needed a place to play. And
Right, sure, yeah.
It's not a bad field.
I've seen pictures and watched some video, and I mean it's a nice setup. And a lot of nice fields. They're all nice, except for Fulton and that and it's not that it's not nice, it's the odd configuration. Here's a base hit, and they are going to send the runner from second. The throw to home, and he is safe. He don't believe he got the tag, and here comes Coach Gary Vaught. He's going to talk about this a little bit. As it was a base hit for Norris. He took second on the throw home, so we're just going to give him credit for a base hit. Because if they'd have got that back into play and cut it off, he would have had to go back. He would have been at first. So
correct.
You know, you can come out and ask, but I've never seen one overturned in high school or college.
From up here.
Yeah.
He missed it.
Or in this league, yeah. Yeah.
Well, we don't have instant
replay, so it's kind of hard to do that. So. Second straight base hit for Franklin. They put another run on the board. They lead it 6-0, and the batter is going to be Sam Slaughter. Pitch is going to be a ball. So it's 2-1 to Sam Slaughter. 2-1 the count. And this one gets away, and it's going to be a run on the pass ball. And that's going to make it now 7-0. And the count's going to be 3 balls and a strike. Talking about umpires, this year you had done it in the playoffs, but this year during the regular season gone to a 3-man crew, and I think it's worked well, hasn't it?
I think so. We've got a couple places that, availability we couldn't get there because there just weren't enough guys in the area for what we can pay umpires in this league.
Sure.
So,
here's one foul to make the count 3-2.
Kind of got whammied when the price of fuel spiked.
Right. Now, I was going by the scoreboard. They say it's 2-1. 2-1. 2-1 the count.
All right.
Yeah, I was going by the scoreboard. I thought when the young man came to the plate, I thought he's already got 2-1 count. I know I'm talking to John, but 2-2 now the count. I don't think I missed that many pitches because I'm watching the game.
Right.
Turned out to be a nice night.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It was hot earlier, but it's really nice now.
The heat index is still a little up,
but
it's down from what it was.
Sure.
This is like being in the desert.
Yeah.
It's really hot during the day.
Right.
At night you think, this is
kind
not
of cools
bad.
off. It's not bad, yeah.
It's 95.
Yeah, it's still 95, yeah. Exactly. And struck him out. That is going to be the sixth strikeout, Sixth strikeout recorded by Hopper pitching tonight. And the batter's going to be Jay Curtis. Attendance, I've looked at some of the numbers. Pretty good this year across the league?
Across the league, we're doing just fine.
Foul back. I know I looked today. I think Du Bois has averaging about 1,000 a game. Mm-hmm. But as a lot of people, you got a fabulous stadium to play, and a lot of history there.
Right.
And they've got a lot of factories. A lot of factories come there in the summertime and have their company picnics there and things like that.
They sure do.
Yeah, if you've never been to League Stadium, you need to try to get it, make it a priority to get there. It's not that bad of a drive. It's a couple of 2.5, 2:45 from here, depending on if you can get through Evansville.
Well, okay. It's 2:45.
You think it's more,
No,
John?
It's a lot less.
Oh, it's a lot less? Okay. Here's another pass ball, and he's safe. He got in under the tag. And so another run scores, making it 8-0. And now the bases are empty.
It might be 210.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you 210.
Okay.
as often as going through Evansville, I go through Owensboro.
Oh, you do? Okay.
If you go up, the Western Kentucky Parkway, go up the Green River or whatever they're calling them now.
Yeah.
Go up the Green River into Owensboro. When you start around the bypass, that turns into the road that runs right into
Huntingburg. Okay.
And it's a nice road. I mean, it's 4-lane highway.
Okay.
All the way into 64. When you cross over 64, it turns to 2 for those last 4 or 5 miles.
Gotcha. I have not been that way before. I've been to Evansville to I-64 and over.
Yeah.
And get off at Santa Claus Land or whatever they're calling it now.
Right.
Holiday World. Holiday World, yeah. I was growing up, it was Santa Claus Land. Or Santa Claus. Here we go, and this is going to be a base hit. It's right past the outstretched arms of the first baseman for a hit. So that's the 3rd hit of this inning now.
First baseman, number 22, Mark Castle.
And the batter is going to be Mark Castle, the first baseman. And Coach Gary Vault will make the walk out. Not sure if he has a hook with him or not. Hoppers do have somebody in the bullpen.
Well, it's just like going to Fulton. There's two real ways to get to Fulton. You go up and around the lakes, following I-69, or you go right straight across the lake.
Well, I've heard some people now that it's pretty much 4-lane through there.
All the way to Mayfield.
And you get to Mayfield, and then you get on I-69 and head south.
Go that last 20 miles.
Yeah. That's probably it's a straight shot. I've always heard that the best way to get somewhere is A to B.
A to B.
Is straight. Straight line is. If you can get there that way, it's better.
The old aviator says yes. The shortest distance is A to B.
Yeah.
You can go to C on the way, but A to B is the shortest.
Sure. Yeah.
And but it's neither. It's not a bad drive either way you go about it. It really isn't. I mean, coming across the lakes, you got to watch out for Bambi, of course.
Sure. And, of course, that's another unique place to go and watch a game with their little green monster that they have. Mark Castle, the batter, 1 for 2 on the night. He walked in the first inning of play. And here's one hit into left center field. Can the left fielder get there? He does for the out. And the runner's got to get back. They're going to get him. Yep, he's out. Yep, he got too far off the bag. He was already at second base.
He didn't go back to second.
Oh, okay.
Did you notice? He turned and then cut across in front of it to go back. With a 3-man crew.
Okay.
He was standing there looking right at it.
Okay.
Even if he'd have got back, he'd have been out.
Yeah, he'd have been out anyway. Yeah, gotcha. Well, in that inning, the Duelers score 3 more runs on 3 hits. There was an error in that inning, and nobody left on base for Franklin. So we go to the bottom of the 6th with the score. It is Franklin 8 and Hoptown nothing. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoppers Radio.
WHOP and WHOPAM.com.
We move to the bottom of the 6th inning of play, and the batter for the Hoptown Hoppers is going to be, I believe it's Drew Donaldson. Yep, Drew Donaldson. And it's a ball and a strike now to Donaldson. Did you get your baseball cards tonight? Do you collect those?
I did not get baseball cards. I guess I got here too late for that.
Oh, okay. I have. I think I could get my hands on them. I think I have all 10 sets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, make it an effort to to collect those. Not sure what I would do with them, but nonetheless, it's in a box for my daughter to give them to my grandchildren at some point, I guess.
There you go.
You can go back and look at those. You might have somebody that's, here's one hit foul down the third base side. We've had guys in this league that have made it to the show.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Probably the guy right now is Dick Gonzalez out of Du Bois County.
Right, yeah.
He's the latest one, I think.
Right. 2-2 the count now. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
But yes, I mean you're talking 12 years worth of league.
Well,
now,
sure,
so
yeah.
There's some time in here.
Right. Pitch, ball 3-2.
A couple of weeks ago when they had the game in Marion.
I was getting ready. You may be able to read my mind. I was going to bring that up. How neat was that to play a game at Marion again?
It was, and I got to reminisce a little bit with Gordon Guess.
Here's one hit. It's going to be a base hit as it gets between the shortstop and third baseman, and the Hoppers have their second base hit of the night. But it was neat.
We were reminiscing a little bit about the origins of the league.
Right.
And, of course, Marion was one of the first 4 original franchises. And the things that have changed since then, where we're at, just all kinds of. And it's a nice little ballpark to play in.
Sure it
covered
is.
grandstands.
Oh, yeah. Is it in their city park? Is that where it is, or near their city park?
City Park.
Here's the pitch to the batter. This is Jacob Dupes, and it's going to be outside for a ball.
And even though they had their water shortage going on at that time, we're still had a nice crowd.
Here's one hit into right field, and the right fielder has a beat on it and makes the play for out number 1.
There were probably 25 or 30 folks from Paducah that drove over.
Yeah.
And maybe 10 or 15 from Owensboro.
Right.
So the rest of them were all locals.
Locals.
And it was about 80-85% full.
Yeah, that's good.
So there was several folks there.
Yeah, I look back, and I wished I had gone to Dawson when they played there at Tradewater Park. I never did watch a game there, but here's one foul. But that's kind of how the Hoppers started. Dawson, and I can't remember the other team that came over and played at Hopkinsville and tried it out. Do you remember? Was it Madisonville?
No.
Did Madisonville have a team then?
They weren't there then.
Yeah.
So there was one in Tradewater, which was in Dawson Springs.
Right.
There was one in Fulton. There was one in Owensboro.
I think it might have been
Owensboro.
It might have been Owensboro, yeah. Might have been Owensboro. Yeah, the league has really grown since then, hasn't it?
Yes.
And its footprint, has really, really grown. 1-2 the count now to E.J. Atlantis.
Yeah, the geography of the league has changed considerably since those original days. Although Fulton's still here,
right?
Owensboro's still here.
Yeah, sure.
The other franchises have moved
around,
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tradewater is now Madisonville, and Marion is at Muhlenberg.
Right. I'm trying to think. I have not been to Franklin yet. Not to do a ball gets away, so the runner goes to second. Not to do or see a baseball game. I've been to their football stadium, which is adjacent to when Franklin played at Franklin Simpson High School. They're playing at South Warren now.
Right.
So I have seen that field because it's adjacent to their football field. So
the Duelers at South Warren.
Yeah, that's right. If it works, here's one hit to foul to the first baseman. So we'll reset here and tell you that the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, and the batter is E.J. Atlantis. So I've been to Fulton, I've been to Paducah, I've been to Madisonville. I've been to Owensboro. Been to Du Bois. And I guess that's it. I still got some more. I got some ballparks to go to. They're going to hold the runner at third on the base hit by Atlantis. So now the Hoppers have runners at first and third with one out.
You do. You got to go to full count.
Yeah. I hear Henderson is really nice with what they've done with their park
out
there.
At the city park.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. They've made a lot of improvements.
Right.
Started off with the basics, kind of like building a golf course. They started with the basics.
Yeah.
Redid the infield.
Sure.
And the field itself.
Ball one to William Spear. Of course, Muhlenberg's not but about 30 miles from here, so it's not a bad drive at all to get there at the campus of Muhlenberg County High School. 1-1.
So you haven't been to Muhlenberg?
I have not been to Muhlenberg.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Not for a baseball game.
Gotcha.
I do know where it is. I've been to the gym numerous times.
It's adjacent to the football field.
That's right, yeah. Have you called a football game at Muhlenberg?
Yes.
You have?
I have.
They turn the double play, a 6-4-3 double play to end that inning, and any hope to get any runners home for the Hoppers as they had a runner at third and one out. But Franklin able to get out of a jam. So in that inning, there were 2 hits, and the Hoppers leave 2. They leave 1 on base. 1 on base in that inning. So we go to the top of the 7th inning of play, and the Hoppers do not score. So at the end of 6, as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, it is Franklin 8 and Hoptown nothing. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoppers Baseball.
By Chick-fil-A on News Radio, WHOP and WHOPAM.com.
Richard Grace is now the batter for Franklin as we play here in the top of the 7th inning of play. It's 8-0 in favor of the Duelers. And the count now is a ball and a strike. Yes, sir.
0-2.
0-2. Excuse me.
First one was a foul tip.
Was it? Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I knew there was a reason I told you to sit down. Keep me straight. It's getting later in the innings. I'll be better Sunday night after I get a game into me here.
Ooh.
Batter's hit. It's first hit batter of the night. And so Castle will go down to first base, and Rashad Grace will now be the batter. No, that was Grace. I'm sorry. That was hit. The batter is now going to be Matthew Jenkinson.
So this is your spring training game?
It is a spring training game, yeah. Okay. I was joking with Hoppers TV. I told him, I said, I've done a softball game this year. That was the last time I did a game, and Todd has one set of equipment with him, so I had to get out another set, and I had it all spread out today, checking it out, because we hadn't used it since basketball season. So I had to make sure that this set of equipment would work as well, and so far, so good. Throw over to first. Counts 0-1 to the batter, Jenkinson. But again, I'm filling in for Todd Hamilton, who's taking care of some medical issues. And so hopefully Todd will be back whenever he is able. Here's a pitch, and they're going to turn to double play. Oh, no. Throw is wide of the base. They did get the runner at second. So they did get the lead runner for out number one. So that would be a fielder, I guess, fielder's choice. Or
yes,
did they, yeah, that's a fielder's choice. Yeah. Yeah, I need to go back because I had lost a play. I need to see what Mark Castle did when he batted.
Okay. I got you covered. How's that?
Okay. All right. He flied into the double play. That's what it was. Yeah. That's how they got the out. Yeah.
High and inside ball one.
Yeah.
For the first pitch.
Yeah. Better be careful there. If you do very well, we'll show you how all this works and
just plug it in.
Just plug it in. Yeah. It's kind of like a puzzle. All the cords and cables and everything only go in one hole. So
second pitch, call strike. So 1-1 count.
There you go.
I don't have quick access to the names of the players.
Well, this is going to be Rashad Robinson.
Robinson. Okay.
Yeah. I'll let you just finish with him.
Sure. Pick off play at first base. Throw over, runners well back.
Yeah. Nice breeze. I hope that's not, though, an indication of normally when it gets breezy, you've also got something else that accompanies that. But I don't really see anything on the horizon. So.
No, we don't even have a big halo around the moon tonight.
No.
Low and outside ball, too.
Moon looks good.
2-1 strike. Runner on first.
Kelvin Reese is on deck. Yeah, nice moon tonight. Nice clear moon.
Mm-hmm. Good news. Temperature's going to drop tomorrow, I predict.
I think it's Sunday is when it's supposed to drop a little bit.
Foul back. Count goes to 2-2. Got just a little piece of that ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. That breeze has really picked up. There's rain to the north of us, Jeff.
You think so? You think that's what it is?
I think if I pulled out the radar, there'd be rain to the north of us. If not, there's rain to the south of us.
Okay, you think it's somewhere. I'm
a meteorologist
Are
now.
You? Yeah. Ball caller to meteorologist, all in the same.
Swing and a miss. Throw down to second on a steal attempt, and he's in. Stand up.
But Robinson did strike out.
Strike out.
So the batter now is going to be Kelvin Reese. Now you've got me curious. I'm going to look at a radar here.
Kelvin Reese steps up to the plate. 2 out, runner on second base.
Raining in Nashville and Evansville. Nothing near us at this point.
I was right.
You were right. Yeah.
Fly ball,
twice.
Short right center field. And that's a catch for the third out.
Yep, Tokiaka with the out. That's the third out as Reese pops out to right fielder. All right, we've got our 7th inning stretch. I think somebody's singing. Let's listen in. Maybe Scott. Yep, it's Scott. Scott Colley with our Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Let's listen in. All right, that's our 7th inning stretch brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Visit them today on Fort Campbell Boulevard and download the Chick-fil-A app for online ordering. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's all Franklin. They lead the Hoppers 8-0. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hopper Radio.
I look.
The batter now for the Hoppers is going to be, I believe it's Anthony Zarlingo. Yep, got a 4 on his back. The count is 2 balls and no strikes. Any awards at the end of the year? I hand out some awards we've done in the past. Here's one hit into.
That's down.
Yeah, it's going to get down, and it's going to be a long base hit for Zarlingo.
That was a good defensive play. He good distance, cut that ball off and get it back
right.
Because that had gap all over it when they left the bat. The answer to your question is yes. We hand out some individual statistic awards. If you go to the Ohio Valley League website and go down to the About Stats,
right,
look at all the individual leaders. We award those in several different categories. Nice. And in addition to that, we have we have a couple league-wide things. Mm-hmm. And we'll wait to this pitch. Strike one.
Wow.
Nice pitch.
Yeah.
We have a most valuable offensive player.
Okay.
That's named after Cub Stokes, who's the second president.
Okay.
And then we have the Gordon Guess Most Valuable Pitcher Award. And those two awards, the coaches vote on.
Okay, gotcha. 0-2 now the count.
And then we have an all-league team that we select.
Oh, okay.
And so we'll have an award for those guys who make that. which I think is going to be some stiff competition this year.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's some good players in the league.
Right.
Overall, that has gone really well when we do that. And so the nominating process and the way we go about it to select those guys, everybody at the end of the year going, wow, my guy should have been.
Yeah.
So I understand that.
Right.
Especially the fans of that particular club.
Why, sure. Here is one hit into
down.
right. It's going to be a base hit. Tokiaka's got a base hit, and the runner will go to third. That is Zarlingo on the base hit. So now the Hoppers with runners at the corners.
And because of the way our schedule works, since the folks in the South, you only see the teams in the North at your home place once.
Okay, right.
And your team sees those guys once at their house.
Yeah.
So you see the people inside your division. You don't see much of the people outside your division.
Right,
so that makes it a little more challenging.
Gotcha.
When you start comparing, because it's almost apples and oranges.
Why, sure.
You just don't see them.
Right. Just don't see them, a couple of times, really. Pitch, swing and a miss for Joshua Rodriguez. 0-1.
And the more involved the people get with the players, the more they do out in the community.
Yeah.
I mean, you become very partial to these guys in a short amount of time.
Sure. Here's the pitch. High. Ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike.
So we rely very heavily on the coaches' opinions here because they see these guys. They know who they want to play against and who they don't want to play against.
Yeah, gotcha.
They know the pitcher they don't want coming in out of the bullpen. Yeah, when they think they got a rally going.
Right. Catcher goes out to talk to the pitcher. By the way, it's a new pitcher. The third pitcher of the night. This is Stephen Oakes pitching. Number 16 from Mobile, Alabama, Stillman College.
And as much as we can, we try to award any of those individual awards and the team awards in front of the home crowd.
Oh, yeah.
For that play.
Why, sure. Pitch, and this one is fair. So the Hoppers are on the board, and coming around to third is going to be Tokiaka.
Ball got trapped.
Yeah, I think it may be. He's going to keep sending them. Yeah. He's saying he can't find it, so let's wait.
If it's lodged up underneath, or lodged in the fence,
I got you.
As long as he doesn't reach and pull it out, he didn't make it live. So the umpire go out, confirm that that's exactly what happened, and then they'll place the runners where it's appropriate.
Yeah, the umpire's looking for it. Where is it?
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah. Now, there it comes. So they're going to put runners back on, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a ground rule double for Joshua Rodriguez. So 3 hits here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Hoppers do get 1 run on.
Right.
1 run across, so that makes it 8-1 now. There's Coach Gary Vault coming out to talk to the umpire.
My name is left fielder 16, Luis Vergara.
Kind of like the ivy at Wrigley. You can't find it, you can't find it.
Can't find it. I mean, and it took the umpire kicking the tarp and looking and pulling up the screen. And
Sure it did. Here's the pitch inside. And this is going to be Luis Vergara, the batter. And
so
go ahead. I'm
left
sorry.
fielder did the right. I mean, he can't see it, can't know where to reach, back
just
up.
back up.
And of course, Hoptown, they just keep running.
Right, sure. Because you don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah. Here's one that gets away and doesn't get away far enough, though, for Tokiaka to come home. So he'll have to stay at third. Runners at second and third for the Hoppers.
And so the judgment most times is whatever. They gave him a double, ground rule double, try ball.
Sure.
So then you force the guys. Remember back when you had ghost men on second?
Yeah,
that's how you force the guys around.
Sure. Strike. 2 balls and a strike. Scoreboard says 84. I'm not quite sure. Well, phone says 83, so I'll go with it. Here's one hit deep. And is it gone? It is out of here. A home run for Luis Vergara. And that'll tack on some runs. 3 runs, to be exact, once he comes across the plate. A 3-run home run by Luis Vergara makes it now 8-4. And we've had a home run on each side now. So way to go, Lewis.
DH. Number 14, Fernandez.
That is his 8th home run of the season. 8-4 now in favor of Franklin. And the batter was hit. That was Fred Fernandez. So the batter's going to be Drew Donaldson.
Second baseman for 15.
He is 2 for 2 on the night with a base on balls back in the 4th, a base hit in the 6th, and a double in the 2nd. And Drew Donaldson will come to the plate. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning of play. No lead is safe in this league.
No, sir.
Or college baseball. And this is basically what this is.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And you are right. It's just no lead's real safe.
No.
You just never know. The guy comes in and all of a sudden he can't find the pitch, or everything he throws up there they keep hitting right back at him.
Yeah. 8-4 now. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Foul tip, but it's a strike, so the count now is 0-2.
Well, look at the first Franklin pitcher.
Yeah, I know.
I was over there in the press box there, and the first 3 innings, he threw 36 pitches.
Right.
1 hit, 36 pitches. I mean, and now the complexion of the game has changed considerably here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, can't get more efficient than that, can you?
Not much.
Foul tip. Like it fouled it off the plate. At least sounded that way. 0-2 the count. And again, the batter is Drew Donaldson. The attendance tonight, 259, 259. The attendance tonight. A little below the average of about 321 or so.
Duty calls, Jeff. I got another one I need to answer up to.
All right.
So I might have to step away,
Yes, sir. Well, thank you. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us. All right. John Bruce, president of the OVL, joining us here. Here's the pitch. It's going to be outside. So the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Drew Donaldson is the batter. 8-4 now. Duelers on top, as the Hoppers have scored 4 here in this inning. Foul back. Count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jacob Dupes is on deck. Here's the pitch, and it's inside. 4-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, nobody out. Hoppers again have scored 4 so far in this inning and trail it 8-4. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 3. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now. To Drew Donaldson. Pitcher looks in, comes to the plate, and it's high for ball 4. So the inning continues for the Hoppers with nobody out. And Jacob Dupes will be the batter. 0 for 3 tonight at the plate for Dupes. He's the 7th man to come to the plate here in the inning. And the pitching coach for Franklin will come out, and we're going to have a pitching change. So we will check the scoreboard, the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's 8-4 in favor of Franklin. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to Hoppers Radio. Well, we have a new pitcher in for Franklin, and it's number 2, Cedro Jimenez from Stillman College. As he is on to pitch now. Nobody out here in the inning. Hoppers with runners at first and second. They put 4 on the board to this point and looking for more. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a ball to Jacob Dupes. Here's another pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Looked a little high from our vantage point, but we're kind of high up. We're not exactly right behind home plate either. 1-1 to count. And the pitch. And this is going to be fouled off to the first base side. That makes it 1-2. Pitcher looks in. This is Jimenez. And it's going to be ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. E.J. Alanis is on deck for the Hoppers. The pitch, and this one's going to be popped up. Right fielder is there. He will make the play for the first out of the inning. That was Evans making that catch for the out. And the batter's going to be E.J. Alanis.
First baseman number 19, E.J.
Alanis, the batter, has a base hit, so he's 1 of 3 on the evening. Base hit in the 6th, rounded out in the 4th and in the 2nd. Pitcher is set. Comes to the plate, and this one gets away. And the runner's going to take second base on the throw. So that makes the count 1 ball and no strikes. William Spears on deck. He would be the 9th batter in this inning. Runners at 2nd and 3rd for the Hoppers. Jimenez comes to the plate. This pitch is going to be a ball, so 2 balls and no strikes. Now the batter steps out as the pitcher's taking his time on the mound. Here's the pitch, and it's low in the dirt for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes. And now time is called. They want to get a new baseball to the pitcher. So the batter will step back in. And here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So now the batter is going to be William Spear. Well, we may have a change here because Alanis is limping as he goes to first base. Couldn't tell, did he injure himself at that at bat or coming out of the box? Not quite sure what happened there. And he drew a base on balls. Bases are going to be loaded. The Hoppers are trying to decide what they want to do, who they're going to bring in. And let's see. They are going to bring in number 11. The pinch runner is going to be Hunter Hyten, who will be coming in. And he will run for E.J. Alanis. So we hope E.J. is okay. So bases are now loaded with one out here in the bottom of the 7th inning of play. It's going to be the number 9 batter in this inning for the Hoppers here in the 7th. It's going to be William Spear. As he steps in, he bats right. A long ball here. Home run would tie it. Here's the pitch. It's low, and that's going to be ball 1. Pitcher is set. He comes to the plate. It's low. Ball 2. 2-0 now the count. And let's see here. We've got, what do we have? I guess they've asked someone to leave, maybe. Okay. Or move. Here's the pitch. And it's ball 3. So 3-0 the count with one out here in the bottom of the 7th. The Hoppers have scored 4 in this inning, and they have the bases loaded with Spear at the plate. Here's the pitch. And it's a call strike. So 3-1 now the count. And another pitch, and this one's going to be a base hit. Going to score at least 2. And a throw back to second, but the runner gets in. So it is now 8-6 on the base hit by Spear. And we may have another pitching change here. And they're going to take the ball. Yep, they sure are. So we are going to have another pitching change. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Hoppers have put 6 on the board, and there's still just one out with runners at first and second on base. As we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, it's Franklin 8 and the Hoppers 6. Back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoppers Baseball. New pitcher for Franklin is going to be number 32 for the Duelers, and that is Jacob Lassett. And here's one foul by Anthony Zarlingo. He started this inning. He is now batting around. He started all this with a base hit. And the count is now 1-1 strike. Zarlingo steps back in. Here's the pitch, squared around to bunt, pulls it back. So the count now is 2 balls and a strike. Ren Takioka is on deck for the Hoppers. It's just 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And it's a strike. So the count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be hit into center field. The center fielder is there, and everybody will pretty much have to stay where they are. Out number 2 in the inning, and the batter is going to be Ren Takioka. Tachioka. He's ready to go. The pitch, and here's one hit into center field, and it's going to drop right in front of the center fielder. And let's see, a run's going to score, and he gets past the third baseman. So it's going to be a base hit for Takioka and an RBI. And that now makes it 8-7 in favor of Franklin. And there are 2 outs, and the batter's going to be Joshua Rodriguez. He's 1 for 4 tonight. He had a double in this inning. And it's now 8-7. As the Hoppers have scored 7 here in the inning. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike. Here's a pitch. Little low. Here's a pitch. And it's a strike. And the count is now 1-2. The pitch, and low in the dirt for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the Hoppers with 7 here in the 7th. And here's one hit to the shortstop. He'll throw over to first in time for the out as it goes 6-3. But in that inning, the Hoppers with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits in that inning for the Hoppers, and they leave 2 on base in that inning. So the Hoppers with 7 in that bottom of the 7th inning, and we've got a ball game. As we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, it's Franklin 8 and the Hoppers 7. Back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoppers Radio.
Ball, presented by Chick-fil-A on News Radio, WHOP and WHOPAM.com.
We go to the top of the 8th. It's 8-7 in favor of Franklin as they come to bat here in this 8th inning of play. Top of the order, Jonathan Evans has a home run and a couple of base hits. He is 3 for 4 tonight for Franklin. And the first pitch to him is a ball. So 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Foul. 1-1 now the count. Crowd hanging in there for the most part. Some have already departed, but most have settled in. Really has turned off to be a nice night, temperature-wise anyway. A lot better than it was at 5 o'clock when we were here. The pitch. Outside. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch. Strike. The count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch. And hit right back at the pitcher. May have glanced off the mound. They'll throw to first, but not in time. I don't think it hit the pitcher. Or did it? Well, they're going to come out and take a look. They want to check on him. I think it did maybe glance off his leg maybe. But it's a base hit for Evans. And the batter is going to be Jackson Norris. He's 3 for 3. 3 base hits. Singles, that is. Nope, check it. He's 3 for 4. He had a strikeout in the 4th, but 3 for 4 on the night. So the Duelers with a runner at first. And Norris is now the batter. It's a pitch out. They throw down, and he is out. Trying to steal. And a good throw from Spear down to Donaldson for the out. He's out stealing. And the count's a ball and no strikes to Norris. Here's the pitch. High. Ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1 now with 1 out. 2 balls and a strike. Pitcher looking in. Strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Albertson is set. He comes to the plate with a pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That is the 7th strikeout recorded by Hopper pitching tonight. Actually, I take that back. How about that 8th strikeout tonight by Hopper pitching. 2 outs now in the inning. And the batter is going to be Sam Slaughter. Pitch is a ball. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And it's inside for ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike. Pitcher looking in. Albison, he's set. And it's outside, ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike now to Sam Slaughter. Here's the pitch. And it's ball 4. So Franklin now with a runner at first, and the batter is going to be Jay Curtis. Has a base hit. He struck out. And he has flied out to the right fielder a couple of times. So 1 for 4 at the plate tonight for Jay Curtis. The pitch. And it hit him. So now there are 2 runners on base, and Mark Castle will be the batter. And he is 1 for 3 at the plate tonight.
Now batting first base number 22, Mark Castle.
Eight to 7 in favor of Franklin here in the top of the 8th inning. The pitch. And it gets away from the catcher. And they're going to run up. They're going to move up base. So now second and third and 2 outs. And the count is a ball and no strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now the count. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be in the dirt for ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike now. Again, Franklin with runners at second and third. Hoppers at Franklin tomorrow night. They actually play at South Warren. Then back here on Sunday night. Here's a swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 now the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Ball 3. As that one almost got away from the catcher, but it did not. Three and 2 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And it is foul. So the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and this one's hit into left field. It gets down, goes into the corner. 1 run will score. Here comes another run, as it's going to be a double for Mark Castle. And the lead is now 10-7 in favor of Franklin. And the batter is going to be Rashard Grace. He is 0 for 2 at the plate. He's reached base on balls, and he was hit by a pitch in the 7th. So 2 runs for Franklin here in the 8th inning of play, and they lead it 10-7. Pitch is high. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch. That's across for a strike, so 1 ball and 1 strike. Matthew Jenkinson is on deck. 1-1. 2 outs. Did he go? They don't think he went, but it was across the plate for a strike. So the count now is 0-2 with 2 outs. In the top of the 8th, 10-7 in favor of Franklin. The pitch outside for ball 2. We have hit the 3-hour mark on our ball game. And the pitch. Strike 3. Got him looking. Backwards K. But 2 runs score for Franklin in that inning. 2 runs on 2 base hits. They leave 2 in that inning. So we go to the bottom of the 8th as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Franklin 10, Hoptown 7. Back after this message. You're Luis Vergara is the batter for the Hoppers here in the bottom of the 8th inning of play, and the count is a ball and a strike to him. Here's the pitch. Strike. 0-2 now is the count. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be 1-2 the count as it's fouled off. Severe thunderstorm warning for Caldwell and Hopkins counties until 10:30. Strike 3. Got him looking. Vergara strikes out for out number 1 here in the 8th. And the batter's going to be Fred Hernandez, the DH. He was hit by a pitch, struck out. He is 0 for 3 in this contest. Here's the pitch to Fernandez, and it's going to be a ball. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. Ball 2. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be popped up and out of play. That's going to make the count 2-0. The severe thunderstorm warning is for northeastern Crittenden, north central Caldwell, west central Hopkins, and southwestern Webster until 10:30, moving southeast at 15 miles per hour. Here's one hit to the second baseman, bobbles it, throws, but not in time. I think if he fields that cleanly, we're waiting to see how they score that. Nope, they're going to give him an error. So an E4 on that play. But anyway, you can get on base. Hoppers need base runners. The pitch to Drew Donaldson is a strike. 0-1 the count. There's one out here in the inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. The pitcher looking in, he comes to the plate, and it is strike 3. And the batter's going to be Jacob Dupes. So 2 strikeouts here in the 8th. Fernandez reached on an error. Dupes 0 for 4 tonight at the plate. This one's fouled away for strike 1. 0-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. 0-2 now the count. Looks like Ron Brown on the on-deck circle for the Hoppers. And this one bounces to the plate. But the catcher keeps it out in front of him. So the runner cannot advance. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He ends up striking out the side in the 8th. But the runner did make it on base by the error. So the Hoppers leave one on base. No hits in the inning. We have played 8. Our score after 8. As we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Franklin 10 and the Hoppers 7. Top of the 9th inning of play, Franklin with a 10-7 lead. And the batter is number 14, Matthew Jenkinson. He's 2 for 3 at the plate tonight. Actually 2 for 4. Here's the pitch. This one's foul back. So the count's 0-2. Rashad Robinson is on deck. Here's a pitch. Oh, and it hit the batter and the catcher and the umpire as it glanced off. So a hit batter. And Jenkinson is on base. Rashad Robinson coming to the plate now. Here's the pitch. Gets away, and the runner's going to go to second. As it goes, glances off of the glove of the catcher. Ten to 7 is our score. Franklin on top. The pitch almost hit the batters. It was well inside. For ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. And nobody out. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike, so 2 balls and a strike now. Runner at second. That's Jenkinson. The pitch. Foul back. Strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Batter steps out of the box. Now he'll get back in. Kind of quiet now at the ballpark, is coming up on the 10 o'clock hour, a little before 10. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kind of like that scene in Bull Durham, but there was nobody there, hardly. 1 or 2 people, maybe. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 4. So runners now at first and second, and the batter is going to be Kelvin Reese. We think. No, looks like they're going to have a pinch hitter here. Going to be a change. We'll see who that is for Franklin. We can see his number. I think it's 6. Nope, 5. Bryce Cape will be the batter.
For the Duelers, number 5, Bryce Cape.
Bryce Cape will be the batter. Speaking of Bryce, the Back-to-Back Foundation concert is coming up tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at the Alhambra Theater. 3 songwriters, plus Bryce Long and his band will perform. 7 o'clock tomorrow night at the Alhambra Theater. Raising money to help families out at Christmas time. Here's the pitch, and it's a bunt. And they will go to first for the out there. That'll advance the runners to second and third on the bunt. Goes 1-3, and there's 1 out in the inning. And the batter is going to be Jonathan Evans. He had a home run back in the third. He scored the first run for Fulton tonight. They raced out to an 8-0 lead. The Hoppers got within 1 at 8-7. And then in the very next inning, Fulton added 2 more to make it 10-7. And here's one chopper to the second base. They're going to come home, and that runner is out. They get the runner coming home. So it's a fielder's choice for Jonathan Evans. And there are now 2 outs. And the batter is going to be Jackson Norris.
Batting for Franklin, the DH, number 20, Jackson Norris.
He's the DH. He has 3 singles in this contest, and he's struck out twice. So it's kind of all or nothing. Either gets a hit or he strikes out. We'll see what he does here with 2 outs and a runner at third base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It was foul tipped back because the runner did not break towards home at third. Norris steps back in. The pitch, strike. So it's now an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it's foul. So the runner will have to go back to first. He was breaking towards second. And the count will remain 0-2. with 2 outs. Oh, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So in the inning, there were no hits for Franklin, and they leave 2 runners aboard. There was a hit batter, a walk, a strikeout, a fielder's choice, and a ground out 1-3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last call for the Hoppers as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Franklin 10, Hoptown 7. We're back after this break. You're listening to Hoppers Radio. Brown is aboard, and I believe they're going to have a pinch runner for him as we get the bottom of the 9th underway. Ron Brown hit one to the shortstop, and he bobbled it. And they're going to give him a base hit on that. So Ron Brown with a base hit. So the batter now is going to be William Spear. We're going to have a courtesy runner, a pinch runner at first. I'll tell you who that is when we can see his number. Pitch is low to Spear. Ball 1. Here's one, a chopper, and it's going to be a base hit. So the Hoppers now with 2 runners aboard and nobody out. And Anthony Zarlingo will be the batter. Running at second is number 27, Sean Sullivan. He's the pinch runner for Brown, so he's at second base now. And Spears at first. And Anthony Zarlingo will come to the plate. With runners at first and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th. And here's one sliced into left field. Left fielder is there, and he can't make the catch. It's going to get past him. Sullivan will score. Ball comes to the infield, and they're going to hold it right there. That makes it 10-8 now. As Sullivan scores. And the Hoppers are at second and third. On the hit by Zarlingo.
Right fielder Ren Tachioka.
And the batter is going to be Ren Tachioka. They give Zarlingo a double. And it's now 10-8. And that pitch is in for a strike. Oh and 1, now it's 0-2. Ten to 8. Hoppers with runners at second and third. And here is one foul. Count will remain 0-2. Runners at second and third for the Hoppers. They have gotten 3 straight hits to start this bottom of the 9th inning. Pitch is low. That makes it a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch outside, ball 2. This is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to be hit into left field. And the left fielder can't get it. It gets away from him. So 2 more runs scored to tie it up at 10. And nobody out. And the runner now at second base for the Hoppers. So we are now tied at 10. Brand new ball game. And the batter is going to be Joshua Rodriguez. A base hit here with the speed of Tachioka. And you could have a winner here, a walk-off. Let's see here what Joshua Rodriguez does. A pitch. Here's one foul back and out of play. 0-1 now the count. Pitch, strike, 2. 0-2 now the count. Hit here by Rodriguez would probably score Tachioka. Time is called by the batter. Now, they had an issue in a major league game this week with St. Louis and Atlanta, with Atlanta calling time all the time. Kind of made the Cardinals a little mad. Here's a pitch, foul back and out of play. Count stays at 0-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th, and we're tied at 10. Inside, ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here's one sliced foul and out of play. And the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes for Joshua Rodriguez. Home plate umpire says, give me 3. He needs some baseballs. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Rodriguez back at the plate. Here's a pitch. And this is going to be hit right to the first baseman for out number 1. A line drive to the first baseman for out number 1. And the batter is going to be Luis Bigara.
16, Luis Bigara.
And I think they're just going to put him on. Yeah. He's going to get a free pass. So they're going to put him on, and that's going to bring up Fred Fernandez. Fred Fernandez on. Doesn't have a hit tonight. Reached on an error back in the 8th inning.
14, Fred Fernandez.
Again, a base hit here would probably score Ren Takioka. The pitch is called strike. Pitch, and this one's fouled back. That makes it 0-2. With 1 out, Hoppers have runners at first and second. Runner at second is the winning run. Ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes now with 1 out. Don't want to hit into a double play here, obviously. And time is called by the batter. So he'll step out. Comes back in. Drew Donaldson is on deck for the Hoppers. Here's the pitch. And this one's hit up the middle. It's caught by the catcher. They'll throw to second, get the out there. Throw over to first. It's not in time. The runner is going to score, and the Hoppers win. He got away from the first baseman, and Takioka scores from second base. And it's a winner for the Hoppers. A walk-off win for Hoptown tonight. They were down 8-0 at one time, and they come back and win this ball game 11-10. Back with a wrap-up right after this timeout. You're listening to Hoppers Baseball.